Hello students, in this video you will find anode rays and discovery of proton. First, as I have told you in the previous video, electrons are the universal component of all atoms, and atoms are electrically neutral. It follows that there are some positively charged particle in atom that neutralizes the negative charge on electron. E. Goldstein in 1886 repeated discharge tube experiment in which cathode was shaped as a disc with one hole in the center, and phosphor was used just back to the cathode on the wall of the discharge tube, just behind the cathode. Now, when high voltage was applied at low pressure, phosphor started glowing. Phosphor was placed at such a place where electron beam could not reach. It follows that there are some particles traveling through the hole of the cathode, striking the phosphor and make phosphor glowing. It was found that these particles were the beam of, there was a rays of certain particle were traveling through the hole of cathode. On striking the phosphor started glowing. These rays were called canal rays by E. Goldstein because they were found traveling through the canal's hole in the cathode. When perforated cathode was used, means a hole was used, then only phosphor was glowing. Hence, these rays were traveling through the canal or perforation in the cathode, also known as canal rays. These rays were also known as positive rays because these particles constituting the rays were positively charged. Another next point, when hydrogen gas was used in the discharge tube, then the positively charged particle found in the discharge tube was the lightest positively charged particle, lightest. And when other gas was used in the discharge tube, then the positively charged particle produced in the discharge tube was found, the mass of that particle was found, whole number multiple of the mass of H plus, means lightest particle. Hence, in case of other gases in the discharge tube, the mass of positively charged particle produced in the discharge tube were the cluster of lightest positively charged particle, that is H plus. So, or therefore, that H plus means lightest positively charged particle produced from hydrogen atom was considered as fundamental particle, and the name proton was given by Rutherford. Origin. These particles are originated when cathode rays produced in the discharge tube knock off the electron from the gaseous atom or from atom of the gas taken in the discharge tube. Then when electron of the atom of gas is knocked off by cathode rays, then the leftover part is positively charged particle, and that is what? That constitute the anode rays. Next point, I am going to tell you discharge tube. It was like that. Here I can say, suppose this is a discharge tube. In this discharge tube, here is anode and here is cathode. perforation was there, Now this is positive, and here this was connected to the negative source, high voltage. Here was it was going to vacuum pump, that was anode, and this was cathode. Now here was phosphor glowing. Phosphor glow was observed. These rays are anode rays, and these rays are positively charged, and these rays are cathode rays, and this is what 10,000 volt high voltage. Now these are negatively charged rays, cathode rays, like that. This is discharge tube. Now properties of anode rays. Properties of anode rays or protons. First, they travel in a straight line, and second one, they also exert mechanical pressure. They can rotate the light paddle wheel placed in their path. They also cast shadow if an opaque object is placed in their path. These are a stream of positively charged particles. It was proved by the fact that when they are allowed to pass through electric field, they bend towards the negative plate. Hence, they contain positive charge. They also affect photographic plate. And another point is their charge to mass ratio depend on the nature of the gas. And it was found for hydrogen. For hydrogen, it was found their specific charge 9.58 into 10 to the power 4 coulomb per gram for hydrogen, but it was changing for different gas, the value was different. They also ionize the gas. Like that, these are some important property of anode rays. Now, properties of protons. Properties of protons. First, represented by 1 unit positive charge, mass is also 1. I am writing here proton. Relative charge +1 and relative mass (1 unit), absolute mass is there 1.672 into 10 to the raised power minus 24 gram, and its charge, absolute charge on a proton is here absolute charge plus 1.602 into 10 to the raised power minus 19 coulomb. Charge on 1 mole of protons 1 mole of protons equal to 96,500 coulomb approximately. These are some properties of protons. That's all for today. Again, next video I will tell you next very interesting part of this chapter. Thank you.